Hello and welcome to the TigrePup channel. In this video, I'll be retouching my 4C hair. If this topic interests you, then please keep watching. Okay, so you may recall I did a permanent hair color retouch about 4 months ago, and I'm back at it again. But this time I want to try something different. So if you're interested, just continue watching. Right here, I'm just showing you what my hair is looking like. I have it braided because that's typically how I wear it. And I'm just showing you my new growth. As you can see here, I have quite a bit of new growth growing on. Yeah. Okay, so according to instructions, the typical amount of time that you would wait to get a retouch is 4 to 8 weeks. And because at the time I had did like highlights and color, I decided to extend that time. And then I realized I feel like my hair would be a lot healthier if that's the way I typically did it. So I decided to wait a 4-week span before I do my retouch. Okay, so as we can see here, I waited about 14 weeks and my due date would have been Saturday, May 18th of 2024. However, I ended up going past time. I went to June 23rd, which is about 19 weeks and 1 day. Okay, so in my previous video, I had used a double N hair color throughout my entire head. However, this time I wanted to try something a little different. This time I'm just going to concentrate it in the portions of the hair that I have the most gray, which is along my temples. So, and then I'm going to use just a regular N throughout my entire head. So we're going to see how this all turns out. But yeah, so that's going to be the focus of this particular retouch. So if you're interested, just continue watching. Okay, so right here, I'm going to tell you what the double N stands for. It's double neutral. Whenever you're coloring gray hair, it is highly advised that you use a volume 20 and an N series. If you wanted to use the fashion or any other color, you would definitely have to add neutral into your formulation. This video isn't going to be, what a permanent hair color. I'm just giving you a brief reason why I'm using the double N. Now, the double N, it's specifically for gray hair that is resistant. So like I said before, the N series neutral, you have to add that whenever you're covering gray. However, the double N is for like resistant gray coverage, so that you can make sure that you have coverage, So that is the reason why I'm using the double N. I'll go into explanation when I do permanent hair color or explained series or whatever. So just keep an eye out for that. But right now, that's not the focus of this video. So I'm just briefly explaining to you why I'm using double N and N. Okay, so continue watching. Okay, so right here, I'm just trying to show you the results of my previous retouch. And honestly, I'm having a hard time coloring my temples because they're like mostly gray. And throughout my entire head, it's not as bad, but it's just my temples that's like, it's really my problem area. Which, is the reason why I created this video. Right here, I'm just trying to show you outside in bad lighting. But anyway, it didn't last very long and I was very disappointed with my results. So in this video, I attempt to correct that. I am a licensed cosmetologist. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but we're going to keep trying until we get this right. Okay, so right here I'm just showing you what my hair is looking like. I have my hair braided up because this is how I typically wear it because I have a job where I work outdoors, okay? Right here I'm just showing you all the new growth that I have. You can see little strips of silvery gray in my predominantly black hair, and it's a little easier with my braids. I've took my hair down, and right here I'm just showing you the concentration of gray along my hairline, which I'm having difficulty covering despite all of my knowledge that I learned in school about gray coverage. And I'm using this double N. I just can't seem to get as much coverage as I would have liked, so we're going to experience this together. Okay, so yeah, my last experience with the retouch, I did use a double N throughout my entire head. Like I said before, my hair came out really dark throughout, and even the gray wasn't as covered as I would have liked. So this video hopefully is going to tackle that issue. Okay, so this time I'm going to use Wella Color Charm because I love Wella Color Charm so much. I'm going to do a strand test because I'm expecting my color to be a lot darker once it's been applied. And I'm going to use one color for my gray in the front and one color throughout. Like I said before, um, I'm going to use a regular N throughout my head, and where I need the most coverage is where I'm going to apply the double N, where it's supposed to do the most coverage. Okay, right here, as you can see in my little bowl, I'm using 5 double N, excuse me, and with the ratio for hair color for a color charm is 1 part color to 2 parts developer. Right now I'm doing a strand test so I can get an idea of the results that I'm going to receive once I apply this hair color. Now, I know that blonde hair isn't my particular color of hair presently, okay? It's still going to give me an indication of how light or dark the resulting color is going to be after it's been processed. So that's the whole theory behind this whole issue. So right here, I'm just applying the hair color to my strand test, and we're going to see after 45 minutes, because that's how long it takes to process gray hair, the results. Okay, so right here I'm going in with the 5N, and we're going to see the results of that as well. Just showing you that it's a new cap. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to show everything. I'm just going to show what's applicable to this video. Okay, so right here I'm just showing you the application of how I'm applying these colors and doing my strand test. I don't think I'm going to have 5N in this video. However, I felt it necessary to show the process. Okay, so again, two 1 part color to 2 parts developer, and I'm using this disposable plastic spoon to use as a unit of measurement. Okay, and I got my swatch hairs, whatever. I'm going to try to leave a link in the description section down below if you want to make a purchase yourself. Just got the blonde. Is pretty universal. Okay, just showing you what that's all looking like. And like I said before, I'm going to process these samples for 45 minutes and going to see what the results of these are, so I can see if it's going to come out really dark, which I'm expecting the double N to be really dark because it has extra pigment in it. And I want to compare that to the regular N. Okay, so here's another swatch that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do the 4N here, doing the very same thing. Okay, I'm swatching all these different colors because, like I said before, I want to make sure I don't have the front dark and the back light, and the light, or the light front and the dark back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing a number of different colors here. So yeah, that's what you see me doing here. And I'll be back with the results, okay? So stay tuned. Just a reminder, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Okay, so if you find my videos beneficial or helpful and you would like to contribute to the channel, please contribute to my Cash App. The link is in the description section down below. And we have our little, I don't know, this barcode thing here. You can also scan that, take a screenshot, go back, scan it, whatever. Yeah, I would greatly appreciate it, and it helps in the channel for purchasing products and items. Thank you. Okay, so here are the results. These two closely matched, the 5 double N with the 4 N. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be applying to my hair in this particular video, so stay tuned. Okay, so I have my hair in braids. The last time I washed my hair was maybe a week ago, and it's pretty dry, and I hadn't detangled it or anything. Well, it's actually detangled already, but I hadn't taken out a comb through and gotten the shed hair. And this is my process for making sure I don't overlap, because overlapping leads to breakage. I'm pretty sure I'm going to overlap anyway, but I'm going to minimize that by extending or stretching my hair. So that's what you see me doing here with the blow dryer on a warm setting, not hot, warm. Okay, and I'm just showing you the difference with the stretched hair. And it's going to make it easier when I go to try to part my hair into sections or what have you, and trying to get down to the root, because I don't want to apply the permanent hair color on previously permanently hair colored hair, because it's just going to lead to a black result. Okay, and it's just going to further damage the hair with the ammonia and whatnot, and it's really not necessary because I don't want my ends to be darker than my roots. Okay, so that's what you see me doing here, just stretching my 4C hair to make it a little bit easier to part through my sections and what have you. So yeah, and that's the reason, that's another reason why I have to I chose to extend my retouch, because I know that when you're applying the hair color, it kind of like goes further than you want it to go, if that makes any sense. And so all of this has been in preparation for this particular next retouch application. So maybe you can use this if you wanted to for your own hair. So yeah, I'm just going to show you my blow drying technique. Okay, I felt that was important, so I decided to include that in this video. I'm not looking for extreme straightness. I just want to make it a little bit easier to part my hair, and so I won't have to spend so much time detangling while I'm trying to apply my hair color. So that's what I'm doing here. So continue watching, and I'll be back when it's time to mix up the color and apply it, okay? Okay, I'm going to first start off with my double N formula, because when you're going to color your gray hair, as you can see, I got my cotton balls. I'm going to start in the most resistant portion of my hair. And right here, I'm just going to use a 1/2 ounce, I think that was, and 1 ounce of permanent sorry, 1 ounce of developer. So I'm going to do the developer first, and then I'm going to apply the double in formula because, like I said before, the ratio for Wella Color Charm is 1 part color to 2 parts developer. So that should be 1 part color to 2 parts developer. And I'm going to use the cotton balls because I only need it in a certain area. I don't need it throughout. So I'm not going to use a bowl and brush. I'm just going to use the bowl and brush to stir the hair color. And right here, I'm attempting to apply the color, but I'm going to have to do it off camera because I need to get a close-up. Okay, so this is what my application is looking like. I'm making sure I have enough saturation. This is experimental. I don't think anybody really does this. This is what I wanted to do. Most people would have just mixed the double N in their formula and applied it throughout. I'm doing a little something different here. So yeah. So yeah, you don't have to apply do this at home, kids. So yeah, and I think I might start doing my gray coverage in the front a little bit more frequently. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just showing you what's going on here, and we're gonna see how all of this turns out. Make sure I got a thorough saturation. Okay, so up next to part two, I'm using the 4N, as we can see here. And in this case, I'm going to use an applicator bowl and brush because it's a little bit easier to apply it in that particular case. So I'm using about, what is that, 2 ounces of permanent color. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's 2 ounces, and I'm going to put the 4 ounces, which is going to make 6 ounces of total product. Okay. Again, 2 ounces of the 4N to 4 ounces of the 20 volume, if I'm not mistaken, shaking it up really good. That should be a ratio of 1 to 2, okay? 1 part color to 2 parts developer. Okay, with my hair now stretched, it's going to be a little bit easier to quickly apply my hair color throughout my entire head. I cannot see. I'm trying to show you what I'm doing. It's very difficult. I'm not very close to a mirror or whatever. And I'm just trying to apply it like you normally would. It's going to extend anyway, in my opinion. Okay, when you go to apply it and try to smooth it through the hair. Okay, so just applying the hair color, making sure I got even coverage. I'm using the sensation of wetness on my scalp to know whether or not I'm thoroughly saturated because I cannot see. You understand? I have a mirror behind this camera, so I use my glasses because I cannot see far. I can see near, but not far. But when I take my glasses off, I can't really see near unless it's like really fuzzy. Anyway, but yeah, continuing on with the video, making sure I extend it to the gray portion of the my hair. This is the 4N section of this video where I'm applying it to the new growth throughout my entire head. So if you want to continue watching, yeah, just showing you. If I feel I need to comment a little bit more, then I'll go through and comment again. Again, I'm just for clarification's sake, okay? This is the N series. I'm trying to cover gray. I'm not just coloring my hair for the sake of coloring my hair. My goal is to cover my gray. Everything is going to be 20 volume because that is the recommended developer for use on gray coverage. I'm using the 4 double N for extra coverage on my really gray portion of hair. And I'm experimenting by doing the 4N, which is 1N, not 2, throughout my entire head because I felt the last time it came out a lot darker than I would have liked. And I did a strand test to make sure that they were pretty similar in lightness or darkness so that my front won't be substantially lighter than my back. That's the premise of this entire video, okay? So, yeah, I'm just applying my permanent hair color throughout my entire head, the 4N, because I've already done the very front, the 5 double N. And yeah, I'll be back for further commentary, so continue watching. Okay, so now I've made my way to the back. This is like the hardest part in my opinion because I cannot see in the back. I'm not even looking in the mirror in this particular section. So if I miss a couple of spots, please don't be so harsh on me because if you couldn't see in the back of your head, you know what I'm saying? You would be in a similar situation, okay? So I'm trying to demonstrate to my viewing audience, that I'm actually coloring my hair and giving them an idea, what could help them as well. So, yeah, I cannot see anything. My back is turned. I cannot see the mirror that's behind this camera, okay? So I'm doing this blindly. I'm using my sensation of wetness on my scalp to make sure that I have coverage. I'm using my fingertips to try to make sure that I'm getting the saturation that I need and placement of where I wanted to apply my hair color. So we don't need to be mean in the comment section. You missed a spot, whatever. Or you took too big a section, because I know a lot of people love to do stuff like that. But I'd like to see you make a video. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of which, I got a comment. Somebody's talking about I need to cut my hair. I don't see you with a profile picture. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why people do that. Why they come with the negativity. This video isn't about that, but I just briefly wanted to touch that. You know what I'm saying? If you have any negative comments, I'm just going to like delete it, because this is a learning experience here. This is a learning experience. That's essentially what my channel is about. If you can recall, my slogan for this particular channel is watch, learn, return. Watch how it's done, learn how it's done, and return for even more information. So that is the principle of this particular channel, okay? I don't need anybody to tell me I need to cut my hair, my forehead too big, my hair too thin. Please save it. I'm just gonna like remove your comment. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't allow me to delete anything. I can hide you. I haven't got a problem with doing that because I'm putting myself out on a limb here. It's very unfair for people to do that. Okay, I don't need that. I don't. I'm not trying to ruin the experience for everybody else, but I just need to clarify, okay? So please continue watching if you're here to learn and not criticize, okay? So, yeah. Thank you. Okay, here is what my hair is looking like after I retouched my roots. I'm going to let that process for 45 minutes, and I'm not going to pull it through the ends. It is not a good idea to do that. I learned that recently. But when I was going to beauty school, we did pull it through the ends for the last 5 to 10 minutes. Yes, it's the cheaper way, but I know now that's not a good idea. Okay, so after shampooing my hair, I didn't condition just yet, and I'm going to go in with my as you saw, my beautiful collection advanced gray coverage thing, whatever it's called. I only had 4 ash, unfortunately. Usually I would use the 6N, which is toasted chestnut. I think this is chai brown or something like that. And just going to soup that throughout the entire head. I have 2 bottles, so yeah, it's ash to remove the warmth. This may have been a misstep. Honestly, I could have gotten better results with the 6N because it was neutral, and I only had 4A on hand, so that's what I'm going to be using in this video. After I use 1 bottle, you're going to see me go in with a 2nd bottle. As we can see here, I think I used the 6N on a mannequin, unfortunately, and I didn't replace that color. And this is what I had on hand, and I'm not going to do a demi-permanent like I did the last time. I'm just going to use a semi-permanent hair color throughout my entire head. Again, I've shampooed my hair. I didn't condition it because I want my semi-permanent hair color to stick. This particular brand doesn't recommend using heat for this particular brand. They do have a brand similar, the Beautiful Collection. You can use heat after a relaxer or color, what have you. This particular one is supposed to be advanced gray solution, so it does not recommend using heat. So I'm going to be doing this at room temperature for what, 25 minutes? I want to say 20 minutes. And we're going to see the results coming up pretty soon. As we can see here, it looks like I've got great coverage. My temples, that's actually water right there, has been colored. You can see my roots having a ponytail. Okay, so right here, I'm just doing my deep conditioning treatment with a hot towel. I put it in a microwave for maybe like 2 minutes. I wet the towel, what have you, and we'll be back. If you are in the market for a quality 5x5 closure wig, then please check out my webpage at tpupbeauty.com. I have various styles to suit various tastes, and I do quality. The hair is quality, the haircut is quality, color, and everything. Here is an example here of a wig I just completed in this video. If you were interested in making a purchase, then please go to my website at tpupbeauty.com. Again, that is tpupbeauty.com. Thanks for watching.
Tigre got the wigs, you gotta come through. Tigre's what you need to be a brand new you. Tigre wigs. TigrePup Beauty.
Okay, so right here I'm just showing you the final results of after what it's looking like after I've permanently colored my hair. This is a week after. I couldn't do the same day because I had to work and my hair was wet anyway. The very next day. Yeah, because what work kind of consumes a lot of my time. It's the reason why I don't make videos as often as I would have liked. But anyway, we're still doing it here. We're still doing it. Okay, so right here I'm just unraveling my hair. Try to give you a better view. I felt like you could see it a little closer to the roots with my hair braided. As we can see, again, my coverage isn't as I would like it. I do wash my face, you know, twice a day with the acne shampoo. Maybe that strips the hair along the hair color, excuse me, along my hairline. I'm not very happy with the results of the double N. You're gonna see in a minute, okay? But it did cover it. I may have to go back in with a demi-permanent color for reapplication or something, because it's not giving me the coverage that I desired. The N wasn't giving me coverage. The double N gives me a little bit more coverage. Right here, I'm taking a look in the sunshine for the first time myself, and I kind of see where I applied the 4N and the 5 double N. There's a difference. It's darker. I don't know if you can see that. It's darker in the back than it is in the front. And I noticed that it's only in this section from what I've seen. Hopefully you can see that as well. Just going to unravel everything. I think in this experiment, I'm just going to add next time the double N formula throughout the entire head. I guess I made this a little more complicated than what it needed to be. But yeah. This has been my video, okay? Maybe you can learn that maybe it's not a good idea to do that. But yeah, as you can see, it's only been a week. And I mean, I got some coverage going on, but not very much. You know, I can still see grays. And I have that temporary stick or whatever that I'm going to have to use to cover that gray. Just making this video. Just showing you what's going on. But I think at the very top section, I have, it looked like it blends pretty good right here on the sides, and from what I can see in the back. Yeah, it covered my gray pretty good. Like I said again, next time I'm going to use the double end formula throughout my entire head for my retouch. That means not my mid shaft and ends, okay? Just the roots for the retouch, okay? So just trying to give you as thorough a view as you can possibly get. If you need to, you can zoom in on this video to kind of try to get, a better view. Okay, now this is the portion that I was telling you about where it's lighter. Well, at least in the sunshine. When I'm looking at this video, it looks... Can you see it right there? It's slightly lighter. Yeah. And I only see this at the very top. I don't think it's very noticeable. I don't know if it's from my semi-permanent hair color, being that it's ash. I don't really know, but I'm going to give it, some time for the color to fade to see if everything is going to be even. And I'll be back for another video when I do my retouch again. Right here, I'm kind of like, oh my goodness, what did I do? You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm going to be doing the double end throughout next time, and I'm not going to have, an end in the back and a double end in the front. But I think next time I'm going to do a retouch, because it really drives me to have all my hair this one color and then a big patch of gray dead smack on my temples. You know what I'm saying? So expect a video coming from that. Okay, just letting you know what's going on in the back here. And my ends, they don't look very bad, at all. It all looks almost uniform, except at the very top, like I said before. Wasn't too happy about that. And I've already told you what I'm going to do to correct that measure. Okay, so the experiment has closed, and I wouldn't recommend you doing this at home. As you can see, the lightness and the darkness, in my opinion, wasn't too happy about that. But yeah, maybe next time I'll do what they would say back in the day when they used to use pre-softening, which they used the developer on the grayest portion and then apply the color over that. I think I'll do that next. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.